All right, people. It's another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best new metal podcast from two dudes who are really there. One half of your hosting duo, Jay Horsecow. With me, I have my partner in crime, the notorious TIM, Tim Anderson Jr. Tim, how's it going?
Great. Happy to get this fucking thing over with.
Yeah, this is one of the more difficult years that we've had here. So, what are we doing this week, ladies and gentlemen? This week we are doing our best of 2023. Tim and I really both struggled to put this together. We put some hard constraints on ourselves, so we're not just rattling off a whole bunch of albums out of that, a little bit of continuity. So we've got a little bit of agenda. We're going to talk about hits. We're going to talk about misses. We're going to talk about surprises. We're going to talk about best live show. We're going to talk about what was too late to qualify because unlike most years, Tim, we had shit coming out that was great up to 2 weeks before Christmas, which I
Yeah,
can't remember the last time that's happened.
never. I mean,
So yeah,
last
this
year
was
we had a record come out on the 31st. It was who was that? That hardcore band that just surprised everyone with a record.
oh, who was that? Wait a minute.
Something Eternal Sleep.
Yes, yes, yeah.
They put out a record like that day. It was fucking wild.
Fucking killing us, people. You guys are killing us. All right, so before we jump into our best of the year, we actually have a bunch of voicemails. So Tim and I are going to play our voicemails. Thank you all for whoever called in and left messages. We have no idea what they sound like because we haven't listened to any of them. So if this potentially ends up being inappropriate or problematic, we apologize ahead of time. Blame our listeners.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, hit the first one.
All right.
What if I told you that I'm Fred Durst 2.0, except I have a deep voice?
Okay.
We should have him on the show. Fred Durst 2.0. Drop us a line. Come on the show. Come on the
This
show.
next one is from the same number.
All right.
What if I told you that I'm Fred Durst 2.0, except I have a deep voice?
All right. He was so excited he
What do
left
you
it
think
twice.
about that?
What do we think about that?
We think. I think it would come on the show, buddy. Give us a ring.
Yeah, come on. All
Okay.
right, here's the next one.
Hey, just testing out this number is real or not, but apparently it is. Anyways, I love new metal and shit. In my opinion, all the new metal bands that are coming out today, they should all get this same energy like the 90s and shit. I'm not saying they're shit, but that's my opinion. Like, they should get that uniqueness to it. But that's my opinion. Oh, shit.
All right, I agree.
I agree with him, man. But there's some. I was just having this conversation today with somebody that we need guitar music to come back because then new metal can come back. Two for
Absolutely.
two.
Absolutely.
Definitely
here's our-
agreed. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, here's our next one.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Jay. Hey, Tim. I just, big fan of the show, and I just wanted to say, keep up the good work and everything. I wanted to recommend you guys, some music. The band's called Bear Propaganda. They're from Belgium. If you like, Dillinger Escape Plan, you'll definitely like them. But they're adding a different attack to it, a lot more melodies, a lot more easier to follow strong structures, but it's still very good. I definitely think you should try it out. The one song from them that I think you guys would like is called Fanta. Hope to see you guys on the show reacting to it, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Have a good one. Bye.
So first off, thanks for calling in. That's awesome that you called in. We're glad. I think I speak for Tim. I think we speak for both of us. When I say thank you for offering your kind words. It's great to hear that people actually like what we do, and we will definitely check that out. Tim, I got that correctly. It was Bear Propaganda.
Yes, sir.
Did that right? All right. All right. Well, we'll find it on YouTube. We'll react to it the next time we do reaction vids. I think Tim and I just did 16 in one go. So you might not see anything recent until like May or something, but we'll get there. Hey, but thanks, man, for calling in. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. It'll be fucking August, but yeah, no,
Like
we'll add it in.
2027.
We'll add it in for Colin. We'll do that.
Yeah, you know what? Next week when we do an episode, we'll just throw that out on the back end. All right, awesome.
Absolutely. All right, here's our next one.
What's up, you sexy mother truckers? It's Johnny Anthrax of Heathen Sun, your favorite new metal ninja, and the original.
And that ends right there. But here's another one from the same number. I guess he had to call back. Let's go.
Let's try this again. What's up, you sexy mother truckers? It's Johnny Anthrax of Heathen Sun, the original new metal ninja, and your favorite secondhand hero. Big shout out to all the new metal enthusiasts. Much love and respect. Ball holla at your boy. I'm out.
All right. I think he said Heathen Son, which
Yeah, Heathen Son.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So hey, John, thanks for calling in, man. We will. Do they have anything we could react to, Tim? We should probably see if they've got something out there.
I know they send over the stuff on the Instagram. I always check it out. I don't know if they have videos though. Should look it up.
Here's a full concert.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, we can always
they
see.
they did My Own Worst Enemy with Dropout Kings back in 23. Yeah, there's a couple of older episodes, older videos out there. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it next. That we're adding that to the list. All right. So Johnny, thanks for calling in. We will definitely do one of you. We'll react to one of yours next.
Also, I just realized we can get text messages. So 267-297-4627. Leave a voicemail. Leave us text messages, preferably voicemails because they're fun. But if you want to leave a text message, go ahead and do that. We'll read them off on the show as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Tim, should we get into it?
Yeah, good. So I'm glad. Yeah, but yeah, seriously, I'm glad people left all them messages. That's super cool, man.
Yeah, that really, really is cool. Really is cool. All right, so this year was brutal. You just heard Tim and I talking about why we think it was brutal. There was so much stuff that came out so often. I mean, the list of shit that didn't make my top is easily 5 or 6 times longer than our top 15. It's unbelievable. So let's start off, Tim. The first thing I want to go through is only naming a couple, 2 or 3 or 4. What were your top singles of 2023?
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You do 2, I'll do 2, and then we'll do one each.
All right. Well, I actually have 8, so I'll just go through. I'll go through them real quick.
Okay.
Number 1 of all is Loser with I No Longer Feel Anything at All. That was my top single. Obviously Drowner, The Other Side. Freak, I Hate Myself. And then you can name off some.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so mine were Trevor Something, all the covers that he did. Changing the House of Flies. He did Depeche Mode. He's killing it. Closer. So I'm gonna count that as one big single.
Yeah.
I grabbed Flacco, Money. Shout out to Sean from New Metal Reddit. I love that band. I wish they would do another EP or a fully. And you know what? I'll stop with Orthodox, Soaking Nerves. I love that song.
Yep. That was
Big
next
Pants
on my
music.
list.
Yep.
That was next on my list. Number 5, I have Newfound with Ruse. That is, I don't know who it is. There's only one song out, but one of the guys I follow on Facebook or Instagram put it up. He's like an engineer, recording guy. He's actually the singer of Vexus.
Okay. Isn't that Tommy?
I forget his. I always forget people's names. But yeah, he put it up that he did vocals and recorded the song. So I checked that out. It's like, yo, this song is really fucking good. Next, I have Under Oath with Lifeline. That song is amazing.
Really? I think I missed that.
Yeah, that sounds like they're only chasing safety. It's really good, man. I listened to it so much, so many times. Like my last FM was going crazy with that one. I have 3 more actually. E-Town Concrete with Level Up. That song's great.
Yo, it's always great when a band does a comeback single, comeback release, whatever, and you can tell that it sounds like they really haven't missed a beat.
Yeah.
That's up there with, and I'm curious, I think they're working on an album. So I'm curious to hear what that sounds like. Refused and Failure. 2 bands that took a long time off, came back, and their comeback albums were amazing. I think this might be up there in that top 3.
I think the thing with that is it's the same band. It's always the same people. So you're not.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean?
You're right. Continuity. Yep.
Exactly. Last 2, I have Sundazer with Edge Runner. Great fucking new metal track. And then Orgy put out a song called Empty. That's really good. They were my top singles of the year.
Okay. I got 2 more. Paleface, Swiss with Please End Me. I think that song is a fucking banger, right?
Good, I mean, yeah, good.
Give me 6 more of those. That's an EP. Come tour the States again. And then my last single was Monolord.
Okay.
It's all the same. I listen to that so much. I actually, Bandcamp would cut me off with free streams. I paid for it because I listened to it so much. But I think if you like Caius, if you like any Fu Manchu Sleep, any of that fuzzed out stoner shit, it's fantastic. And they're from like Sweden. And I'm really, really pissed that I missed them in Vegas. And I'm really hoping I get a chance to see them because it's really good. It's really, really good.
Why are they? I don't understand why they cut you off for listening to a band so much.
The bands can set it up so that if you have so many free listens, you now need to buy the album.
Gotcha.
And I think, you know what? I may be wrong. It might not be Monolord. It might have been somebody else. You know who I remember it definitely happening to me, Car Bomb.
Mm.
There was a Car Bomb album. I think it was Meta where I got cut off. I was like, what the fuck? It's like getting flagged at the bar.
And then you had to buy it.
I had to buy. I mean, I was gonna buy it anyway, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you bought it anyway. So.
Yeah. Don't twist my arm. Okay. So Tim, next question. Aside from anything on your top list, any of your standouts, what was a super surprise release from you? Meaning it was a surprise and you were really kind of floored by how much you really enjoyed it.
See, I thought this was a different question, so I can't answer that off the top of my head. I'll think about it as we go.
Okay.
I thought you meant like what was the biggest surprise of the year? Just anything?
Well, yeah, we could do that because that's a later question. So, what was the biggest surprise for you this year?
I was really surprised when the Static X album got pushed back like 4 months. That really pissed me off because how much I loved the fucking first one that they did, the Project Regeneration.
Okay.
I was so looking forward to that record, and then when it got pushed, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I gotta wait till February. Like it got announced in March for November, and I was like, damn, that's a long time away. And then October comes, they put out the Terrible Lie cover, and they're like, oh, by the way, the record comes out in February. Now I'm like, what the fuck? I'm guessing it's some kind of issue with pressing or something.
Or labels and clearance. Yeah.
Yeah, so that really pissed me off. I'll have to think about my biggest surprise record. I'll let you know, but I'm sure I can come up with it. I just
you
thought
just
it
gotta
was a
think
different
on it.
kind of question.
So my surprise this year, not trend. The biggest surprise, because we'll talk about trends in a couple minutes. The biggest surprise release for me this year was Morning, the UK hardcore band.
Yeah.
They did an LP and an EP in the same year, and it's a monster. And it actually, I don't have it on my top 10 list because I think it needs its own standalone call out. You literally can listen to all 15 songs and be like, yeah, I'll put that on again. It's that good. I actually think the EP was the B-sides, the stuff that didn't make the album release. I actually think it's better than the album. Just as good, if not better than the album.
I heard the EP, but not the record. I didn't even know they did the record.
Yeah, they did the record, and then I think it was a couple months later. I know where it's like, yeah, we got some leftover songs. Here's an EP. Enjoy. But that to me was a huge surprise because I liked that band. I didn't get a chance to see them when they came to the States and they toured the East Coast. I didn't get a chance to see them because they played at that Lake Como Beach Bar, which is like an hour and a half away. Lazy me. But that was a huge surprise to me because I liked the last EP. They went from doing an EP and a couple of splits to 15 songs in a year. They were monsters.
Well, I'm adding that to my Apple Music as we speak, so
it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. All right, Tim. Now let's go to your top EPs of the year. I cut myself off at 5 because the list got too huge. So we can shuttle it back and forth. You want to go first?
Yeah, I actually have 10. So
okay.
I'll do 5. You do your 5. I'll do my others.
Okay.
Number 1, and this is in no particular order. Ashes Like Rain. They're self-titled. That is an incredible EP. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. Incredible stuff. I'm counting this as an EP because the other songs on it are already released and I don't like them as much. But A Morning Star with a Reminder of the Wound Unhealed, amazing EP. If you like metallic hardcore from 2001, this is you. Next thing, same vein, Balmora with Thorns of Glass and Petals of Grief. Amazing fucking EP. If you like any of that old North Carolina stuff, like Prayer for Cleansing, you'll fucking love this.
Yep, Undying. Yeah, that was a surprise. Whoa, this is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, of course, our boys in Zone Zero with the Chaos Theory. Great stuff. Number 5, The Breathing Process with Toad's Crone. Yeah. We already talked about how great that is, but check that out if you're into the blackened death metal stuff. They do it perfectly.
Cool. All right, so my 5. And I went all over the place with EPs because there's so many. So my first pick was Roland Coffin, Product of Demise. So this is Tim Williams from VOD. This is he's always been a big fan of Jim Morrison. He's talked about it in a bunch of interviews. This is kind of like I won't say it's a country. It's more of like a Southern rock influenced. I don't know. I think Southern rock probably is the best way to describe it. But his voice, I mean, the guy can actually croon. If you listen to From Bliss to Devastation, the later stuff, Tim has a voice. So Tim, if you're listening, come on the show. But yeah, that was one of my top picks. Immaculate View from the Soyuz. Again, the same vein as that early 2000s metalcore, but dudes from Japan, and they fucking crush it. I
Yeah,
listen to
really
that
good.
ridiculously frequently. Next pick, Wolves in the Throne Room. The Crypt of Ancestral Knowledge. I am, if anybody who's watched more than one episode of the show has probably realized I'm not the hugest black metal fan, but goddamn, this EP is great. They're one of those bands that for whatever reason they stuck in my ear and I can't get it out, and I really enjoyed it. Number 4, Peeling Flesh,
Mm.
Slamaholics Volume 2. I'm sorry, this is like, it's right in that lane. Like they have a lane. This is what they play. I forget, it was Joey whatever is the outro where he's just yelling about we're gonna make North Korea glow, like it's
Joey Diaz.
yes, it's bananas. But yeah, I face fucked with a shovel and the other songs, like it's fantastic. And my last pick, this is Jay being out in the left field. House guy who does house music by the name of Riton. He did My House, My Rules, and it's 5 or 6 songs, and I am a big fan of big room house music, like shit that's meant to be played in front of thousands of people in a giant airplane hangar, and this guy fucking crushes it. So those are my top 5. It was hard to nail down. I will say shout out to, I can grab a couple that I don't think are going to be on your list. The Great American Typewriter.
Yep.
Awesome EP.
Yep.
I know you're going to pick that one. Putridity did 4 songs. Really stoked about that next album. I think they sound great. And the Alluvial EP, which I was like, whoa. I was not expecting that. Somebody threw it in our Slack chat, and I went, holy shit. Like I had no idea what to expect when I clicked on it. I'm like, this is really good. But yeah, those are my top 5.
That was me. That was definitely me to put that in
you.
there. I put it in there twice because I knew you didn't hear it the first time. I was like, fucking listen to this right now. God
My bad.
No, you're fine. I always put them in there for you to make sure you hear it, because when I know there's stuff that you're gonna like that I like, I'm like, yeah, he's got to hear this.
Yeah.
Or usually I'll message you personally.
Yeah, you do, and say, yo, listen to that.
Yeah, stop being an idiot. All right. My next 5. Spirit Box with the Fear of Fear. I think that's their best material to date. Serration, Simulations of Hell. That shit is crushingly brutal. I was very, very turned off by how short the songs are, but the songs are so disgusting.
Yeah, you kind of gotta. Yeah, it's a trade off. Yeah.
Yeah. This next one, Japan Cruelty with Untopia. Holy fuck, the riffing on that.
Yeah,
I can't get enough of that shit, man.
It's fucking heavy, dude. That's heavy.
I put that in my top records of the year, but I put it in EPs because it's just not a record; it's an EP for me. So yeah. Peeling Flesh with Slamaholics Volume 2. That shit is so fucking sick. I listened to that on the way home yesterday again. Yo, the recording on that is so good.
Oh, it's great.
My entire fucking car just fucking goes. I love that shit, man. And number 10, The Great American Typewriter. Collected Poems. That's an amazing EP. Shout out to Cody and them. Great stuff, man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we basically, the two of us had the same list. The only things that I had Scarab here. I think that new EP is great.
Yeah,
if you like your traditional hardcore, that's right in your vein. Did you grab Mood Ring, the new Mood Ring EP, which I guess is like an EP or a single? It's like 2 songs, 3 songs.
We'll talk about that.
I think, yeah. But we shout out to Hunter, like the guy's a fucking genius. All right, Tim. So now I got a question for you. 2 questions. Which trend jumped out at you this year in that it surprises you or it continues to surprise you on how big it is, how it came out of nowhere, how popular it's going to be? What's the trend that you're like, yo, I did not have that in my predictions for 2023?
I think the trend that surprised me the most right now is the continuation of evolving dead genres. So, nu metal, the post-grunge stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to add this in, even though people would disagree. I think the death metal scene has been rejuvenated over the last 2 years. I think it's evolving into something that I never thought it could. I mean, just take Peeling Flesh, for example. The slam death stuff, that shit is so prevalent these days. And I'm sorry, but Peeling Flesh does it the best right now.
Yeah.
That record, like I said, man, that EP is so good. But like even the evolving of like nu metal and the post grunge, like I didn't think this nu metal was gonna last or ever come back, honestly. And it's just getting better and better and better, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no complaints at all, man. What's the next genre to reemerge? I have no fucking clue. Maybe it's fucking
I don't
Maybe it's
know.
10-yard fight core. I don't know, but I'm so
Yeah,
happy that them three genres are where they are right now because all of my favorite stuff is coming out of them three genres right now.
yes, from bands that don't sound like plain old ripoffs or tribute bands, they're actually doing something new with it.
Yep.
The two trends when I wrote this question, the two trends that jumped out at me, the first was the storming out of the gate of the early 2000s metalcore sound. So
Oh
you
yeah.
talked about Suration, you talked about Balmora, you talked about Morning Star, we talked about a few from the Soyuz. All these bands just at once. It seemed like at once everybody just started coming out, and it was that early aughts metalcore sound. And those four bands all put out great releases,
Yeah.
all great releases in a year. So that was one of the one trend that jumped out at me that I did not have that in my big oak cards for 2023. The other trend, and this may be more of a personal thing, the other trend is I I was impressed by how deathcore has grown, right?
Oh yeah.
Because this year, to me, we started off in deathcore was, it was the thing, it was the pig vocals and all that sort of stuff. But uh you have bands like Paleface, you have bands like Crown Magnetar, you have bands like Peeling Flesh, you have bands like Snuffed on Sight where they cross the slam, the deathcore, all that sort of stuff, and they put a unique spin on it. They all don't sound like Lorna Shore clones. They all don't sound like Chelsea Grin clones. Chelsea Grin did 2 albums this year. Uh, uh, Everybody is doing new and inventive shit with it. Even that side project, Darko, right, which is the dude
Oh
from
yeah,
Spite and the
dude.
dude from Chelsea Grin. I, I did not have that in my cards to think that there was gonna be a huge level up in the amount of talent and diversity of sound. I'm sorry, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, the Darko stuff, man. That shit is I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the production on it, but that shit is so heavy. Like the mosh parts in that are just so disgustingly heavy. Like when they play, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love that band, man. I
Yeah.
totally forgot that single came out. That single's really good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear the new Gloves Off single? That's really good too.
No, I didn't. I gotta put that in
Yes.
my
You got to
music.
put that in. It's good. It's
All
good.
right.
Okay. So we talked about the trend that surprises you, continues to try surprise you. Tim, what trend do you wish it would kind of go away?
Mm, that's hard, man. What's that? I didn't even see that question in here.
Oh yeah, that one. I buried that one in there. That's there.
Maybe you just put
Or
that in
or
there.
what's the one where you're like, okay, enough of this. Can we do something? Can we do something new?
Um, I think I think hardcore in a sense of where every band just sounds exactly the same anymore. Like there's no really creativity in hardcore anymore. Like I'm just not a fan of hardcore anymore. Most of it. Like
No, it's
a
fair.
lot of the bands, like don't get me wrong, I love the Incendiary record, but to me that's just they're on another level, man. But like anything hardcore, like straight up hardcore, I just can't get into anymore. Like
Yeah,
they need to find a spark in that genre where it's something different. Like a couple of years ago there was bands coming out like Time and Pressure and stuff that were doing stuff that was cool, but I just don't hear that anymore. It's just simple. It's the same riffs, it's the same mosh parts, it's the
it's.
same call outs. It's just I'm bored of it.
I think I would probably share that feeling. I think the hardest part about hardcore is you have bands that are breaking out and starting to become big and starting to make names for themselves, and it just seems like everybody's just waiting for an opportunity to shit on them.
Yeah, I
Like
mean
Turnstile went and did something completely new and different, and they're in a fucking Taco Bell commercial, and hopefully they make enough money off touring that they don't ever have to work a real job again. God bless them.
yeah.
You have bands like Scowl blowing up. You have bands like Dying Wish. I mean, shit, they opened for fucking Limp Bizkit, right? Like there's a lot of bands that are transcending that. I mean, you can't talk about Knock Loose because they're on their own fucking level. Like they're not even comparable to anything else that anybody's doing. But I think you're right. I think hardcore needs to find its center again.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
there was a lot of going in different directions, doing different things, and I think it kind of and it became more about the scene than the actual music.
You know what I do like? I like that the party aspect is coming back into music because there's a lot of bands, especially like I'm seeing a lot of hardcore kids say fuck hardcore and they're going into the death metal scene and they're going into the slam scene and the fun is back.
Yeah,
Kid, not saying you have to drink to have fun, but like you ever notice the bands that like condone like, yeah, let's have a few beers, let's smoke a joint. They're always the funnest bands.
Oh, absolutely. All the
I
death metal
mean,
bands, they all drink and they do their thing, and some of the best shows I saw this year.
yeah, like Peeling Flesh, Signs of a Swarm. You know what I
Frozen
mean?
Soul,
Yeah,
Undeath, Sanguisugabog, right? They're fun bands. They're fun
yeah.
bands.
The one trend I need that needs to go away is 90-pound soaking wet hardcore kids that scream they're gonna beat people's asses. You ain't beating nobody up. Stop the
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, I will say that if you don't wear a XL t-shirt at the medium, probably double XL, you can't be playing beatdown.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you're not beating anyone up. You ain't. I can't stand the trend where they pretend they're from the streets and they grew up in fucking the suburbs with
Mm,
$100,000 moms and shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so moving along. So next section, Tim. What came out this year that you liked? You liked it, but it came out too late to actually qualify for your tops.
Okay.
And
Rob
by too
Arnold.
late, I'm gonna give you the hanging Chad. By too late, I also mean it could be something that came out in January that you didn't find until November, and it never got a chance.
Rob Arnold just put out an EP called Menace. Really good stuff. I haven't had a chance to dig too deep into it, but it's really good. So that would have qualified in my EPs, but there was other shit that overtook it. Um, there's a one-man black metal band called, and you probably know this, Panopticon.
Yep.
He put out a record called The Rhyme of Memory. Holy shit, that stuff's good. But I just didn't have enough time to check it out. And the Nothing Fool of Hellsplit when No Birds Sing, that shit is crazy good, but I just didn't have the time to fully. I want to sit at home with my headphones that I have on and just listen to it and fully get it in, but I just didn't have time. But I think as next year goes, when I listen to that more, that'll definitely be like, yeah, that was probably in there because that shit's incredible, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked what I've heard so far, but same thing. That showed up in my later on. We're going to talk about what did you not get a chance to listen to, and that was one of mine. For me, so late to the party, that new Health album, was it Rat King?
Rat,
Rat something.
what the fuck? Yeah, Rat,
They're like
hold on a
90-year-old
second.
guys. Like, yeah.
Rat Wars.
Rat Wars. Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But came out too late to make my list. The new Zabalba EP.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? The new Within Destruction EP is a return to form for them. They went back old school and said, fuck it, we're just gonna make slammy fucking break out the slam hammers, right? That's fantastic. The one album that I found recently that I have completely loved, but I don't love it enough. I didn't listen to it enough to make my top 10, let alone my top 15. Lamp of Murmur, Saturnian Bloodstorm. Again,
Yeah.
I'm not a black metal guy. That album I think is fantastic to the point where I'm like, yeah, if I had found this when it came out, this would have been in my top 10, probably my top 5.
Wow.
I really, really enjoy that. And I'm not, again, black metal isn't my bag. So, yeah, fantastic.
I listened to that when you told me to, and I enjoyed it. I just didn't get enough time with it either.
Yeah, you didn't get enough spins with it. Okay, so that's too late to qualify. So now let's start with Tim. We're going to go over to our album of the year list, and we're going to start with numbers 10 to 5. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 10 to 6. 10 to 6. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to correct you on that, and I was like, fuck it, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You just wrote the wrong number.
Yeah, I got myself confused. All right, so do you want to bounce it back and forth?
Yeah, let's bounce it back and forth. I'll go first. Fuck it.
Go for it.
So this record came out December 1st, but I love this band so fucking much. They put out a record 2004-ish, I think, was their last record. I went on to the new music on Apple Music. Every week, if you go on Fridays, if you have Apple Music, they do the new genre stuff. You can go in the genre, you see the new releases. I went in there. I went into the rock genre because I just check out rock. And the first record I see is Code 7 with Go Let It In. And I fucking punched my finger through my phone. I was like, what? I punched my fucking ad thing so hard. I was like, come on. I put the first song on. I was like, yep, in my top 10, just from the first song. Because that band is so fucking
awesome.
good. I listened to the rest of the record 3 times in a row. Yep. One of my albums of the year, man. That record, I don't know if people are familiar with Code 7. They put out a few records before. Like when they first started, it was like that North Carolina metalcore stuff.
Yeah.
their last record they put out was like, I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's like it's so hard to explain. It's like indie fucking rock, like alternative stuff. It's so good, dude. I really, really suggest you listen to this record, man. Some of the songs on there are so goddamn beautifully written, dude. You just
Did
have
it-
to listen to it.
Weren't they the band that covered The Boys of Summer by
Yeah.
Don Henley?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that cover, when that came out, WSOU, shout out to WSOU, they played that nonstop, and it is a amazing cover. Like, it is
Yeah.
an amazing cover.
So think of that in a whole record, but in their own spin kind of thing.
It's on my list. Since we had talked about it last, it made my list. Like, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, dude, seriously. First record you check out tomorrow is Code 7.
Okay.
When you get through that record, you're going to be like, I'm putting this back on. It's that good.
Okay. All right. That's
And
a singing
not-
endorsement.
Not to cut you off again, but like, I know that was a late record, but they're one of my favorite bands. And like I said, I punched my phone to get it at it and just, yeah, dude, right away, top 10. Seriously, first song, I was like, top 10.
All right. It's first thing tomorrow morning in the car. That's what I'm listening to. All right. My number 10 pick, Snuffed on Sight with Smoke.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So for me this year, the top 10 was what did I listen to the most? Because there was so much that I liked, it was impossible. I have played this album nonstop, and I don't know why. It is, I mean, it's they're talented. Hunter, shout out to Hunter who produced it. They were great live. I can't tell you why that I enjoy this, but as soon as it ends, I hit play and I go right back in again. The song with Disfiguring, what's his name? Cameron from Disfiguring the Goddess. The guy from Peeling Flesh is on it. I love this album. Like, I really do. And you talked about bringing fun back. They're in that vein of bands where, yeah, we're here to get high and fucking play fucking slam music. Let's have a good time. Love it. Definitely check that out if you like anything of the heavier Persuasion. The vocals, I mean, he does these trills with his squeals, and it's like, how the fuck does he do that? But yeah, that was my number 10. Snuffed on Sight.
I'm embarrassed to say that I forgot that record came out. If I would have remembered, that would have been in my top as well. That record is goddamn incredible.
Right?
It goes by too quick. I'm so pissed off I forgot that came out. You know why I forgot it came out? Because the Peeling Flesh. I was so addicted to that, man. I just couldn't stop listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 9. I think this is on your list. Flashback with Drip So Slow. Right now, and this is before a couple other bands put out their new records, but right now, this is the quintessential new metal right now.
Yes.
It is It is perfect in every regard. The scratching is great, the guitar riffs are great, the singing's great, just a fucking all around great band. That I didn't even know this record was coming out. Amazing fucking record. If you're a fan of new metal, you need to listen to it right now.
Yes.
Shut this episode off and put it on. It's that
good. I thought the EP that they did before was great.
Yeah.
This is a literal leap in maturity. A literal leap in maturity. And it's so good. And like a lot of the stuff we listen to, I don't necessarily think we can classify it as enjoyable in the sense of like, you're sitting there with a smile on your face. You're like, yeah, I'm in my feels, right?
Yeah.
This album you are. It's great. It really is great.
Yeah, really, really, really good stuff. When a couple more bands come out this year that are expecting a record, I think they'll take the top for me. But right now, this is the band to beat. I mean, I know our friends in Drowner are going to put out a new record, and that's probably going to be in my top of the year. But right now, it's Flashback.
Yeah, they set the bar. They set the bar.
Okay. No offense to Zone Zero. They're their own brand of new, and
no offense to Graphic Nature. No offense to Gary at Memridge. Right, that new single he just put out is a fucking monster.
Yeah, it's great.
Alex with Ashes Like Rain. Everybody's putting out good stuff these days. It just seems that Flashback, they hit it right in the bullseye. They bullseyed it.
The title track, Drip So Slow, the riffing and the chorus riff. Oh, dude, so good.
Yeah. It's a great album. It's a great album. Number 9 for me, Dying Fetus, Make Them Beg for Death.
So this
at one point, I thought this might have been my album of the year, but then I went in a different direction. These guys are fun live. This album is faster than Wrong One to Fuck With. It's a little less slammy, a little more speed, a little bit more closer to the thrashy death metal. I love it. And we told the story where I saw them live, and they played From Womb to Waist, and the guy came out dressed as the baby. He was wearing a diaper and a baby mask, and he crowd surfed the whole time. Like it was bonkers. It was bonkers to see. But yeah, this album, if you were an old school metalhead and you're like, I wonder what the kids are into these days. John and Co aren't kids. They've been around for like 15 years, but this album is a great introductory album to say, hey, you want to check out something heavier? Give this a listen.
Yeah, that record's incredible. The slamming parts in that are disgusting. The guitar that guitar player, what's his name again?
John Gallagher.
Yo, he writes some of the most complex, disgusting riffs I've ever heard.
Right?
Like,
and he makes it look easy live. He's just like,
dude,
yeah.
he sings and does these like fucking like, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Right?
I'm like, yeah, like how? And then the
Mhm.
bass player is just as good.
Yep.
What's his name again, too?
Beasley, is it? I forget.
I forget. Them two are the perfect match for a death metal band.
It's Trey Williams, John Gallagher, and I'm missing the third name. I gotta stop thinking about it. It'll come back to me. All right, Tim, what do you got for number 8?
Number 8, this band can do no wrong. Soft Kill with Meta World Peace.
They're on my near miss. The 5 right after the 10. I think they're gonna do a big national tour. Yeah.
This time around, I think the record before this is in my all-time best records of all time.
What was that? Rip City?
Yeah, I absolutely love Dead Kids. That is such a fucking good record, man. Every time I listen to it, I find a new reason why I love it. But this one is a little different. But dude, some of the songs on there, like Molly, holy shit, man.
Yeah. This is in your feels. This is sad boy in your feels music, but yeah, it's great. Like I just listened to this. It's like, do I want to? What I did, Tim, the last week, slight aside, is I went back through the stuff that was on the cusp for me, and I'm like, I got to make sure I nail this. But we're taking this way too seriously, and I'm like, this is a fucking amazing album.
Yeah, dude, I remember I was in the Poconos and I was in a hot tub, and Brianna's like, put some music on. I'm like, you sure? And she's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I just went, all right. And I went to Soft Kill and just fucking put on that record. I went down the records as they came out, like newest to oldest. And I'm like, dude, why is this band so good?
What did Brianna think? What did she think?
She just goes, whatever. She just, as long as it ain't at her, she don't really care.
As long as it's not stuffed on site. I get it.
Exactly. As long as she can understand what's going on, she doesn't mind it. But I don't torture her with death metal because, that's just me. I'm going to be a nice guy, not torture her. Like when the No Devotion came out, she probably knows that band because I played it so much.
Okay.
Like I'll put it on. She goes, I know this band. I'm like, yeah, you know this.
This is one of those bands I can put on while I'm like doing Raw or whatever in the kitchen. Soft Kill, Trevor Something, Drab Majesty. That's the stuff that I can put on that Kim doesn't complain. She actually comes out and she's like, who is this? This is like synthwave? Yeah.
Yeah, but that band does no wrong for me. I will say one thing. Their first couple records, I think every song sounds exactly the same. I think he found his footing with like Circle, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. They honed in on the sound. It's probably the best way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 records are kind of like every song's kind of like the same formula, but as they got older, man, Jesus Christ, dude. Such a good band. In one of my favorite bands right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I reached out to them. So if anybody knows Tobias or anybody in the band, they can get us in touch so they can come on. Dude, we'd love to chat about it because that fucking album is great.
Yo, that track with No Face, what's his name?
Nate No Face is great.
Great fucking track.
Great. I can't wait to see him. He's opening for Limp Bizkit this summer. I already got tickets.
There you go.
I spent the $50 for the lawn seats. I don't care. I'm going to be in the back by myself, just hanging out, drinking a beer, chilling. Okay, so my number 8, Mizmor with Prosaic.
Oh, okay.
This shit is so depressing. It is so depressing. This is his first album that I don't mind listening to it at home on recording. The last couple I wanted to fucking kill myself. Live, it's hard to put into words the tone that comes off the stage. And there's some, there's giant chunks of songs where the drums drop out and it's just two guitarists.
Mm.
And live, he pulls it off. They don't slip out of time. And you can tell he's having a moment up there just doing his thing. But I love this album. If you're looking for probably, I wouldn't say an introduction to black metal, but this is some of the more modern black metal stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dude, I love this album. The only thing that gets me aggravated is I just bought a hoodie. I bought it a size up, and I'll be surprised if it fits Tim. But
I'll be
yeah,
happy to let you know.
Ms. Moore, Prosaic, check it out.
Yeah, I listened to that record. It's a little too depressing for me, but I do like the way black metal is going. Black metal is finding its own footing nowadays, and I like the way it's going. I didn't have enough spins with that record, but I do understand why people love that band. So I will make it I will make it a point to go and listen to that again.
It's just it's hard to listen to like devoted, like paying attention to it. There's screams that he does where it's blood curdling.
Yeah.
But it's not like a nasally, it's more like and you're like, what the fuck?
It's kind of like when Ghost Bath put out that record a couple years ago.
Yes, and then your face starts falling off, like the skin detaches. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Good stuff.
All right, Tim, what do you got? Number 7 now? Yeah.
Number 7, I have From Joy with From Joy, self-titled. Dude, I put that record on when it first came out when you told me. Well, actually, I listened to this single. I think it was called Seraph.
Yep.
I think it had Iris.exe on it.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that and I was like, "Oh, this is cool, man." You then sent me the record when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I remember this song." Dude, that record, I put it on and I was fucking blown away.
Yeah, it's good.
The soundscapes in that record, man, holy fuck, dude. I'm trying to think of if you like chamber, if you like bands like that. If you like chamber with a little less chaos and more like dynamics and sounds, I think you'll really like this From Joy stuff.
Agreed.
The bottom half of that record, man, you know the song that it's like the saxophone-y thing?
Yes.
Dude, and then
I knew you were going to call it that song. That's a song that sticks out in my head, yeah.
And then they put the mosh over top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Then there's a song that has this blast beat in it. He's like doing a blast beat, and at the same time, he's like hitting the snare at a different time. I don't know how to explain it. It's the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like every time I hear it, I go, how the fuck is he doing that?
Well, play that back.
Like, how the fuck is he doing that? I forget exactly what the song's called. It's like number 6 on it, I think. I'm going to find it and tell you so you can listen to what I'm talking about. After this episode, I'm going to let you hear it real quick so you can be like, what the fuck just happened?
All right. I mean, they made my mid-year. Sadly, they dropped off. But I love that album. It is very, very unique, right?
Yeah,
very unique. They cover a bunch of genres, but it doesn't feel sometimes when a band's trying to do too much, it feels sloppy because they're trying to do too many different things. They're trying to find their footing, right?
Yeah.
They don't sound like that at all. They sound like they're purposefully being eclectic without going into skronky mathcore, and it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I love it.
All right, so my number 7, I think we did just talk about this one with Adam, so you probably saw it in the episode before this, Gunship with Unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
This album is great. Gavin Rossdale, Carpenter Brute. I go back and listen to this again and again and again, and it's done, and I just hit play, and they probably are at the top of this genre right now. But I will say this, though, Time Cop 1984, is it 84? He just put out 83. He just put out a song today, I think, or yesterday, and it's a fucking banger. It's a banger. So I mean, again, now we get into the arms race of all these bands. But this album, I put it when I can't think of what I want to listen to, but I don't want something super heavy. I put this in, and I get 5 tracks in, and I'm like, go back to the beginning, go again.
It's the perfect record to put on when you're outside drinking.
Yes.
Every single time I had a fire this year since it came out in the backyard, I like the fire. First record I put on is Gunship.
Yep. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
Okay, so we did 7s. Okay, last pick, Tim, number 6 for you.
All right. One of the heaviest gent bands of all time, Humanity's Last Breath with Ashen. That record is so disgusting.
Buster, if you're listening, please reach out and come on the show. What the fuck? Right?
That record blows my mind every time I listen to it. The record before that, Valde, is just as disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, man, the pitch shifting in this, yeah. When I went behind the scenes and checked out how he does that stuff, I was fucking blown away.
Well, that video I just sent you where he's sitting there in his socks with an upside down 7-string, and it's
6-string.
Like, what
That's
the?
a that's a 6-string, Jay.
That's a 6,
Yeah, he don't play a 7. That's a 6.
dude. Unbelievable. Like that was one that was that's in my 5 that just missed the cusp. What I love, I forgot you sent me these guys. I think the first time when
Yeah.
Vlade came out, or Valde, this and Wildhurte. I didn't put them in my singles list, but the new Wildhurte stuff that he did, I don't. I just want to get him on the show and ask him, like, dude, where does this come from?
Yeah, he's
Where does this come from?
One of the most creative dudes ever. Here, let me tell you a story real quick. Take 2 seconds. A couple years ago when Valde came out, I was fucking shoveling snow at work. It was like 2 a.m. It was bitter fucking cold. I'm like, fuck this. I'm listening to music. I put my headphones in. The first record in my new releases was The Humanity's Last Breath. I put it on, and it was so disturbing as I'm shoveling. I literally stopped in my path and went, dude, this is one of the craziest, most obnoxious, brutal, disgusting things I've ever heard in my life.
If you have never been, and not you, Tim, but anybody listening, watching, if you've never had a moment where you had to stop what you're doing and just look at your phone and go, what the fuck is this? It's an experience.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing. It's a fucking experience, dude.
You're like, what is this?
And then I drove home at like 4 a.m. and you know when it just gets done snowing and it's shitty out, it's freezing.
Yep.
And I'm listening to it on the highway, just driving like 20 miles an hour because it's still covered in snow. And I'm like, dude, this is the sickest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that album is. You know what else I listened to on top of that? Not just the album, the instrumental album is you can really appreciate the guitar work because there's no vocals getting in the way.
Yeah, I hate instrumental music, but that shit's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
100% correct, dude.
Yeah, check out Humanity's Last Breath. Hopefully we see them in the States sometime this year. They're on this is like their 4th or 5th album, so they've been around for a bit. Hoping they come over, maybe do some festival shit, get a run or two. It'd be awesome. It'd be really awesome. Although they won't play Philly. Well, they won't play Philly because Philly's not a metal town. Nobody ever plays Philly. They'll play like fucking Delaware, or they'll play like fucking Dingbats in Clifton.
Yeah.
On
that note, we're gonna take a break for a second. I'll be right back.
We're back. All right. So what do we got? We got one last pick. We have my number 6. For my number 6, this is an album that I'm completely surprised that I enjoy as much as I do. Not Through Blood by Pain of Truth.
Oh, okay.
So hardcore, we talked about hardcore being on an up and down swing lately. When I saw this album and I saw all the features, Freddie from Madball, Anthony from Vain, 200 Stab Wounds, Criminal Instinct, like the guy from Incendiary, everybody and their mother was on this album. Vogel, right? I was like, ugh. Usually to me that says there's 2 things. There's not enough talent in the songwriting, so they had to cover it with a bunch of features. Or it's one of those things where, they're not going to pull it off live because there's too many guests and it's just going to sound fucking janky. First off, I've seen videos of this tour, them playing in Jersey, playing all over the place. They nail it live, first of all.
Yep.
The second part is another album with way too many features, but it works, is Soulfly's self-titled. This is the hardcore equivalent of that. This is a band who has, they have their sound. They're honed in on the sound, right? They got a sound. They're honed in on it. They're hitting on all 8 cylinders, and the features don't necessarily take away from the songs, they add to them. And the fact that they add to them is just so cool. But yeah, I've listened to this album a ridiculous amount of times. It's quick hardcore, 2.5, 3-minute songs. You get to the end and you start it all over again.
Yeah, I totally forgot this record came out. I listened to it when it came out the day of, and I was like, yo, this is really fucking good. But I didn't get enough time with it, but I will agree with you on the fact that it's very different, and I like the direction of that band.
Yes.
The stuff they put out before, I kind of dug as well, but this record's really good, man. I will give you that.
I was totally surprised because, to your point, Tim, with hardcore trying to find its voice and trying to find its center, there's a lot of bands putting out a lot of stuff, and some of it is just it's kind of middle of the road. No offense to anybody in particular, but sometimes it comes across as middle of the road. And this is one of those bands where they leaned into their sound and went, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it." You know who else is not too far behind? A band like Gridiron.
Oh
They
yeah,
leaned into what they're doing, and it's fucking big. It's
yeah. I
fucking
love
big.
Bayway. Yeah,
Yes, yes. Shout out to Jayway. Fucking that new Bayway album is a fucking monster.
good stuff.
He's got a fucking song named Stugotz. It's fucking great. All right, so we got questions now, Tim. We're gonna switch momentum here. So my first question to you is: arguably, three of the originators of the music that we love put out new albums this year. I'm
Yep.
talking about Cannibal Corpse. I'm talking about Suffocation. I'm talking about Obituary. Rank them 1, 2, 3 for their albums. For the albums this year that came out, what is your number 1, number 2, and number 3?
Suffocation, Corpse, Obituary.
Fuck, that's mine.
I
Why? So
absolutely
why?
love-
Why is Suffocation first? We'll start with that one.
I love the Suffocation record because it reminds me of some parts of Pierce from Within, and I think that's their best record. If you're a fan of death metal, go listen to Pierce from Within. Came out in 1995 on Roadrunner, I think. That record slams so hard. It sounds so good. Some of the moshy part. You know what? Go find when Kevin Talley was playing for Suffocation. There's a live set that he plays of some of the Pierce from Within stuff. Watch his drumming on there. It'll
Yo,
fucking
he is-
blow your mind.
Speaking of Kevin Talley, Chimera's self-titled album,
Yeah.
Nothing Remains is probably the best album opener Chimera ever recorded. There is a video out there of, I think we talked about this, Tim, where Talley auditioned for Slayer and he plays God Hates Us All.
Yeah.
That dude literally looks like he's trying to punch through the drums, which is funny because he's not a big dude. He's
Nah, he's just
kind of
really
gristly,
good.
but oh yeah. I would agree with you. That Suffocation album to me, it hits all the right slam notes without leaning too far into it. There's moshy parts. There's the technical part that Terrence Hobbs has always brought to the music that actually works. And is this the first album without Frankie Mullen, or was it the last one?
I don't remember.
This is either the first or the second album. Probably the second without Frankie Mullen, and the guy sounds great. Like
Yeah, he does,
I
yeah.
put in this album, and I was like, it was one of those. Holy shit! I'm really fucking digging this. Like,
Yeah, it's good.
wasn't
man.
expecting that one. Okay, so that's Suffocation. Why is Cannibal Corpse number 2?
The Corpse record. See, a lot of Corpse records after after what's his name left Barnes, they were good, but I kind of felt like it was same formula. Don't get me wrong. That's their band. That's their stick.
Yeah.
It's they don't depart from what they do. But when what's his name joined from Hate Eternal,
Eric Rutan.
when Rutan joined, there's just a different aspect to that band now, and I think he's made that band even better than they were. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're never going to get better than Eating Back to Life and all that kind of stuff. But this new record, dude, has some really, really good parts in it.
I would agree. I think yeah, so the early Barnes stuff was great. For me, I started to pay attention when Torture came out in 2012 because that has the best Cannibal Corpse song ever, which is Scourge of Iron. If you get to that, you get through the intro and you get to the riff. If you don't get up and flip the nearest table and try to destroy something, there's something wrong with you. Like go to the ER, seek help. But you had Torture, then you had A Scaled Domain, then you had Red Before Black.
Yeah.
Violence Unimagined, Chaos Horrific, right, is the newest one. They very much, you're right, they're very much in their lane. Like they have a sound, this is how they sound. But my God, it is a fucking amazing sound. It is so heavy. Mazurkowitz and Alex Webster, they sound amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where I know what I'm getting. I'm going to get an awesome fucking metal album that I can headbang to.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's
Corpse
exactly what they
Grinder-
put out.
Corpse Grinder is the perfect lead for that band.
Yes.
I mean, if you think about Barnes in his heyday, he was unbeatable. Then you get Corpse Grinder, it's like, whoa, dude! Like it's kind of like Chino leaving Deftones. Like who the fuck is going to take over? Nobody. But then Corpse Grinder takes over Corpse, and it's like they didn't lose a fucking step.
They're the rare band to hot swap a vocalist and not miss a beat. If anything, they stayed even. If not, maybe went up a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, but this new record, man, the riffing from Rutan, you can just hear it. It's great, man.
Yeah, and apparently he is one of the nicest dudes in metal. Love to have him on too, because
Yeah,
Hate
absolutely.
Eternal, that last Hate Eternal album was great. And Obituary, no offense to them. We could have, you know what? We could have put Cryptopsy in this conversation as well. They put out a new album this year.
Yeah, they
Shout
did.
out to Matt, who's been on the show. But I think Suffocation clearly established themselves as, we're the old guys in the room. Get the step in because we're gonna set this bar. And then the Corpse guys are like, yeah, we're out here doing our fucking thing. Bang your head. Bang your head.
Yeah, I mean, watch Corpse Grinder. He bangs his neck the whole fucking time.
Biggest neck in metal. All right, Tim, this is where we get a little bit uncomfortable. What were some of your disappointments from this year? Stuff that didn't land, stuff that didn't really do much for you.
Okay, we just talked about them.
Without overtly shitting on somebody. Like, what is some of the stuff where this is stuff where you're like, I really wanted to like this, but it just didn't land.
We just talked about it. The new Cryptopsy record, I fucking hated it. Sorry, Matt. I just don't like it, man. It's no Whisper Supremacy to me. So if you're listening, I'm super sorry, dude. I just don't dig it at all.
Happens.
The new Godflesh, I could not stand. I thought it was terrible.
Dude, they put an album out this year?
Yeah, it was bad. Really bad. The new Taproot was fucking terrible. And my last one is a band out of the UK called Vexed, Vexed.
Mm-hmm.
They put a record out in 21 that was in my top albums of the year. I was so excited for this one. It just fell flat, dude.
It's fair. It's fair. For me, I gotta be honest, the new Creeping Death did not do it for me.
That would be mine too. It did nothing for me.
They're talented, but it didn't stand out. Didn't advance from the last album. Ken somewhere is going to scream at his machine when he hears this, but the new Neverending Game didn't land for me like the last one did.
No.
I need to spend more time with the Vamakara album because there was times I listened to it and I didn't like it, and there were times I listened to it and I really liked it. So I don't know. Fuming Mouth.
Yep.
Mouth. Mark is a nice dude. That last album was just a slab of heavy. This one, I mean, he's gone through some shit. He just beat cancer. He's got some stuff going on. So maybe I might be played into it, but I wasn't as happy. The newest Mouth for War album, Sorry Adam, didn't really land for me. Like, it just kind of seemed down the middle,
I agree. Yeah.
But the last one that I'm surprised but not surprised, the newest Code Orange album. I almost think this is two different albums. There's stuff where I'm like, this is them leaning into Code Orange that we know and love. Like, I like this. There's some heavy stuff. The Billy Corgan song is good. There's a couple of songs where she sings where you're like, is it Reba? Where she sings, it's like, this works. And then there's some songs where it's like, woof. What?
I 100% agree with every record you said.
And there were some good ones. There were some good tracks on that album, but then the ones that were bad were so bad they pulled down the songs that were good to me.
I 100% agree with everything you said. Not even gonna lie.
Okay, so Tim, is there anything, and we all know you listen to more music than humanly possible, is there anything you didn't get to this year? Anything that came out, but you're just like, you know what? I never got a chance to listen to it. Couldn't tell you how good or bad it is.
I hate to say this. Sorry, Zeke. The new 13 record, I listened to it, but what happened was it came out on Spotify, but it didn't come out on Apple Music for some reason. The first single he put out, Invisible, is one of the best songs he's ever done. I absolutely love that track. The rest of the record is good. I've only listened to it once, but I forgot about it because it wasn't on Apple Music for the longest time.
Yeah.
It didn't come out for like 2 weeks after that. I finally put it in there. I listened to it once, but there was just so much I had to listen to for this episode. It just went in the wayside.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If you listen to this show, I love 13. Great.
Oh yeah, Zeke is great. But you know what, Tim?
Super nice dude.
Same thing with me. I missed it this year. I never caught it.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I'm gonna make it a point to listen to it because I'm sure it's fucking great. The new Wormhole record, I just didn't get to it. I heard a couple of the tracks and I just didn't get to it. The tracks I did hear were fucking great.
Thanks for reminding me. That should have been one of my disappointments. Moving on.
The new Watain record, I listened to it like halfway through and I had something to do at work and I stopped it. I got to go back to that. And there's another band, another black metal band called Uada.
Uada, yeah, yep.
I love all the I think they played Psycho Las Vegas.
Yeah, they played they also played with Wolves in the Throne Room, Gira, and somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna go to that show, but I had something to do that night. I was actually gonna go with Ren, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Sorry, dude, something came up. I was gonna go to that show, I just couldn't make it." And then, but yeah, there are the 4 records that I just didn't get to, and I need to. So, because all them bands are great, So
Yeah, this is where I'm going to embarrass myself because there's some embarrassing things on this list I didn't get a chance to listen to. I never listened to the newest Outer Heaven. I never listened to the newest Tomb Mold.
Oh.
I never got a chance to check out the new Liturgy album, which I know is right up my alley. Missed it.
I'm very surprised at that.
I missed Bell Witch.
Wow.
I missed Chained to the Bottom of the Ocean.
Ooh, I've heard all these, so it's crazy.
I missed Year of the Knife.
I'll tell you what, man. I know that we're not the biggest fans of that band, but this is their best material.
I've heard that from multiple people. I got to get around to it. The last one that I missed that this is definitely the band's name is, they're on Gorehouse Productions. It's Dehumanizing Ida Train Worship. They're this slammy, grind band from fucking Japan. I never got to it. And and shame on me because all this shit is I knew it was out there. It's just I never got back to it. Like, I can't believe I didn't listen to Bell Witch. I can't believe I didn't listen to fucking Tomb Mold, right? Like, this is shit solidly in my wheelhouse. It's just
the Tomb Mold's really good, man. You should really get to
I've heard that and the Outer Heaven are both amazing. I had tickets to Outer Heaven and Cruelty, their last date of their US run, but it was
raining like a motherfucker.
Monday and it was pouring, and I was like, fuck this. I can't.
I remember that night. It was pouring so bad, dude.
I wasn't about to drive into the city, find parking, fucking Fishtown, and then make it to Kung Fu. All right, so now we got numbers 5 to number 2 from our album of the year list. So Tim, I'm going to go first, and we'll ping pong it. Okay. So my number 5 pick is the Voynich Code, Insomnia. So shout out to Unique Leader, where we joke that we're the official Unique Leader podcast because we review all their stuff. This album came out of nowhere for me. These guys are from Portugal. I didn't hear any of their old stuff. We reacted to a vid. I checked out the album. To me, it's a very, very fun version of a thrashy deathcore band. There's some slam parts, there's some breakdown parts. Adam from Orthodox swears it sounds like the early Whitechapel Winds of Plague type stuff, which he's not wrong. But I love this fucking album, and I think I was more bowled over by the fact that I had never heard of these guys, had no idea what to expect, and I came away with an album that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I absolutely love that record as well. Production's great, riffing's great, not too overproduced, great stuff. It didn't make my top, but yeah, I absolutely love that record as well.
You good point there, Tim. Overproduction. You want to talk about it? We talked about trends that we wish would go away. Overproduction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let the music breathe. Let the fucking music breathe.
I wish a lot of death metal bands would just not record to a click. Just go in there, record it live. Record it as you would play it live. And I think a lot of these bands would really, really benefit from that.
Yep. Agreed.
All right. Number 5 for me, and you're probably going to be really surprised at this one. Yeah, that new Health record is so fucking good, dude.
I'm not surprised. It is that good. But you listen to it that much to make it. That's saying something,
I listen to it every day for it's the day it came out. I put it on as I got home, and I was like, I'll finish this tonight when I start drinking. I forgot. I put it on every single day since then. I can't get enough of it, dude. I was food shopping today at work on lunch break to get some stuff for work, and I was like, yo, this record, man. Yep, it's going to my top.
And you know what? They cover a lot of ground with it. Like there's some throwback electronica stuff. There's some really abrasive industrial stuff. The Godflesh song is fucking great. Like,
yo, Unhealed, holy shit.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah, that dude. If there's 2 records that came out late and 2 of them made my albums of the year, that Health record, I cannot fucking recommend it enough. Go listen to that record.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we got number 4. So number 4 for me, this came out early in the year and it stuck around for me. Rotten Sound with Apocalypse.
I knew this was gonna be there.
I love fucking Rotten Sound. They are one of the loudest bands I've ever seen live. I've run into the guys at the show they're playing, and they're very friendly. And hey, we're Rotten Sound from Sweden, and then this inhuman noise just comes out of them. I fucking love this album. Like they do no frills, technically talented grindcore.
Yeah,
Every
it's
song is 2
sick,
minutes,
dude.
and it's one of those things where it finishes, and if I have it set up correctly on Spotify, the album will finish, and then it goes into the rest of their catalog, and you get all the stuff from the older albums like Cycles, and it's like, these guys are a fucking monster. But I love Rotten Sound. If you're dipping your toe into the grind waters, this is something you got to check out.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. That record is fucking sick. I always get that band mixed up with I always say this too, you're going to laugh. I'm like, isn't that the band that had the goat in the crowd? But that was
Wormrot.
Wormrot, yeah. That video is so sick, by the way.
Yeah, it is. That's on like bags and posters and shit. Like, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, great record. I definitely go listen to that. Number 4 for me, Jay already said this one, Gunship with Unicorn. We already talked about it. Amazing record. Best synthwave band out there. No one does it better. Don't give a fuck what you say. I wholeheartedly disagree. They are the best band ever doing it. No one's beating it right now.
Yeah,
I gotta listen to the Time Cop shit, but I don't want to talk too much about it because you're gonna listen to the episode before this. We talked about it in detail.
Yeah.
Number 4, Gunship.
Yeah. Okay, so number 3 for me, Enforced, War Remains.
Ooh,
I
okay.
loved. I thought the last album was good. Thought it was too slow. And then we interviewed Knox, and he said, "Yeah, well, they made us snap it to a grid, and we need the tempo match it." And then he made some joke about our drummer is an idiot and can't play slow. I saw them with Phobophilic, 200 Stab Wounds, and Undead. They were amazing. This album is literally go, 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 go. Hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. This is circle pit hardcore, where
If
you
you
spend
like-
the whole
yeah.
show just running in circles, losing your mind.
If you like hardcore Slayer, here you go.
Yes, and that actually ties to my next pick for number 2. But okay. Yeah, I check these guys out. Check out the newest album, More Remains. The last one was good, but this one is exponentially better. They can move a room, and it just fun hardcore.
Excellent fucking record. Like I said, if you like Slayer with hardcore, listen to the new Enforced. It's great, man. And dude, he was super cool to interview. He looked like he was half baked the whole fucking time.
Oh, he was having
great.
a good time too. It was great to talk to him. So shout out to Knox. Come back on the show, man. That was awesome.
Love it. Yeah. Number 3 for me, Teenage Wrist with Still Love. We talked about this again on the episode before this. Amazing record, amazing band. If you like the proto grunge stuff, the grunge revival stuff, wholeheartedly one of the best bands doing it. I don't care what anyone says. The riffing is great. The song structures are great. The singing's great. Just everything about it, man. I absolutely fucking love that record. One of my favorite bands ever right now. Just go and listen to it.
Yes, I actually think I'm going to go catch that Code Orange show in Philly because the openers are Teenage Wrist, Soulblind, and Gridiron.
Yeah, if you like Soulblind, you'll love this Teenage Wrist.
It's really, really good.
It's got the dude from 311 in it. It's got, Moths of Flames, all that shit. It's just a fucking great record.
It's good. It's a good record. We talked about
feel
it with
good
Adam.
music, summer feel good music. Pull your windows down when it's 70 degrees out, blast it. Good music, man.
Yeah, definitely aggravate the neighbors. My number 2 pick. This is probably gonna be a surprise. All Out War with Celestial Rot.
Wow, yeah, I'm very surprised.
So I was never a huge All Out War fan. I always liked it, but they were always tangential to everything else I was listening to. I've seen them live enough that This Is Hardcore, and then at Decibel Music Fest, I was like, yo, these guys are fucking great. Yeah. This new album, there's just enough death metal in it. You want to talk about Slayer, oh my God, you got Slayer in my hardcore. There's just enough death metal in this to make this album sound different than the last stuff. I go back to this album all the time. Yeah, and that's how it came out in like January or February. This and Enforced, Rotten Sound, they came out early this year, but I listened to them nonstop. I think this All Out War album is great.
It's All Out War's black metal record.
Yes.
It's fucking great, dude.
Yep.
I love that band, but it didn't make mine, but I did listen to that a lot. It's very, very good, but I'm more keen to For Those Who Were Crucified All Out War.
Hey, to each his own. All I will tell you is I've seen them live a couple times in the past couple of years. This album resonated with me. It's got enough of the metal in it because we talked about this. You and I think both came into hardcore through metal. So that's the stuff that we're, the Earth Crisis, Hatebreed stuff is what we're more familiar with. I think I'm going to listen to something aggressive. Just put on fucking All Out War.
Yep.
And then because I've liked it on Spotify, it goes from this to Enforced, and then from Enforced to Pain of Truth, and then Rotten Sound shows up, and then Cannibal Corpse pops up, and then yeah. So yeah, that was my number 2 pick, Pim. What's yours?
All right, so this isn't a full length, but if there's anything I listen to the most this year, it is Mood Rings Your Life Fades Away. It is okay. It's the best fucking 3-song EP I've ever heard in my entire life. It is that good. I don't know what they do in Mood Ring. I don't know how they write their music, but dude, these 3 songs are fucking perfection to me. If you said to me, Tim, what is the best thing you've ever heard? It's probably these 3 songs.
Yeah, definitely a high watermark for me. Again, Hunter could do no wrong. I mean, we're not trying to like flog the guy's ego into the troposphere, but Hunter can really, if you are doing something heavy, call Hunter. Swamp Sound. If you want to do something a little heavy but a little different and add your own flair to it, call Hunter and Swamp Sound. Like,
man.
I mean, there's no other way to say it.
These 3 songs are perfection. I don't care. I'll keep saying it, dude. This is if you go on my Last FM, you're gonna see my top 3 songs are the 3 songs on this EP. They're that fucking good. Yes, it's new metal.
I hear it.
Yes, it's metalcore, where in the new metalcore vein, I guess you could say, but these 3 songs are perfection to my ears. This is like me when I heard White Pony. This is how good I think this stuff is.
I think that's a fair comparison. I know Hunter would love it because he's a Deftones fan. But yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
Like when I put on White Pony to this day, I'm like, you cannot get. There's just not a better record than White Pony. It's perfection. It's the greatest music ever recorded. But this, to me, in the modern age, this is the best thing I've ever heard. I just can't get enough of it. I don't care if it's not a full length. This is the number 2 for me.
Okay. All right. So a couple random questions before we go into our best of picks. And then
Jay, you know what we need to do? Sorry to cut you off. We should pull up our Last FMs real quick for like 5 minutes at the end and go through it.
You know what? So I was thinking about that. Last FM actually will generate the report, but they literally wait till the end of the year. It's not like Spotify.
All right, so we'll do it real quick in like the last day of the year, because I'm sure me and you have off.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to work. Okay. So my question to you, Tim, what is the best live show you saw this year and why?
Oh, dude, that Pantera show was amazing. But I will tell you, the show that me and you went to, the Static X Fear Factory, dude, that was so good.
Yeah, that was really good. They were both really, really good. I think Pantera was on a different level because, you know, we got to see the stuff that we grew up, we listened to in high school, and we got to sing along to it. I mean, it's hard to compete with that. For me,
I walked out of that show, and sorry to cut you off again. I walked out of that show with a smile on my face.
Oh,
dude.
absolutely. I smiled for like 2 days afterwards.
Yeah,
I was hungover as
great,
shit.
dude.
And I drove out to King of Prussia to go see Oppenheimer the next day. My God, what a mistake that was.
Yeah. I woke up the next day and got my carpets in the basement redone. I was smiling the whole time. and the dude putting them in he's one of my friends, but he was like, dude, you all right? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking on a high, man.
Yeah, there's something to be said about seeing a great live show, and it lasts a couple days. For me, the best show I saw this year, and I don't know if it was the most technically proficiently best, but it was the most surprised I've ever been in the show. It was the Paleface headliner. So it was Paleface. I knew
you were going to say that.
Enterprise Earth, Crown Magnetar, and Victims. 4 bands I'd never seen live before. I had no idea what to expect of Victims, and that new album is great. Volume 4. The new Crown Magnetar, great. Enterprise Earth has one coming up next year, great. And Paleface, for a young band, I mean, I know that's their 4th album, but this is their first headlining U.S. tour. They played a Warehouse on Watts, and they literally ran the building. And one of the wildest things for me is I'm in a room packed with people, and I don't recognize anybody.
Yep.
And I go to shows 2-3 times a month. So not that I'm like some hardcore metal regular, but you know, Philly isn't that big of a city. You start to recognize people. This was an entirely different crowd of entirely different people. And it was awesome. Like all 4 bands sounded great. That was the most I mean, I've seen a lot of shit, but that was the most resonant show I've seen this year.
I think one of the coolest things this year too, show wise, was when we went to Zone Zero and met Jordan and all them guys. That was a cool show, man.
Yes, that was awesome. We got to meet Jordan. We got to see Mike. it was a Kings Never Die, and a bunch of other bands. There were some good bands on that. Illusion of Solace open. Yeah, there were some good bands on that show.
Yeah, that Kings Never Die band, or that is that what they're called? Kings Never Die.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty good actually.
yeah, there all the bands on that tour were really, really good. Really, it was an enjoyable night out, but it was great. Yeah, shout out to Jordan. It was great to see.
Yeah, I
Jordan.
mean the sound that night sucked. You couldn't really hear the guitars, but it was super cool to meet Jordan like in person. I mean, we've had him on the podcast 14 times, so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
very true.
that was a good night, and that was in like March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early in the year. It was really early in the year. And that venue, that venue was great. So, Tim, what trends do you think are coming next?
Honestly, I have no fucking clue, dude. I never thought New would come back as strong as it did, but like, here we are. But I mean, nothing coming back would surprise me, honestly, because every trend is coming back. I think you might even get white belt core coming back. You never fucking know.
You're right. I think post rock. Excuse me, wait a minute. Fuck. Not post rock. I guess it's post rock. Pelican, Isis, Red Sparrows, of sinking ships, that post hardcore, whatever that is.
The East of the Wall shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the post rock, the instrumental type stuff, Explosions in the Sky.
Oh,
I think we're gonna see more of that. I do. I think there's some bands out there, one of which we're gonna talk about in a moment. There's some bands out there doing the instrumental stuff that really put some stank on it, and it's not all Animals as Leaders, fretboard mastery. There's some bands that can get into a groove, and I think maybe that's the next big thing.
I know I always say I hate instrumental music, but yo, East of the Wall, Russian Circles, that shit is so good, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
good.
I don't disagree with you. I could see that coming back because here's the thing. A lot of one-man bands are out there right now. And a lot of one-man bands, the singer, there are people that can't sing. Like me, like I write music, I can't sing. So if I put out music, it's instrumental. I don't put it out because I don't feel the need to put the music I write out because what's the fucking point? Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Right.
But like when I do music, I don't have singing in it. I'm not going to attempt to do it because listen to my voice. I can't fucking sing. You know what I mean? But like, I always say I hate instrumental stuff, but I fucking love that people are doing music. Anyone that like, even though I hate hardcore, if you're doing it, fucking do it, man.
Yes. Yeah. Just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. Just put it out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't have anything to gain from it, so I don't really care. I just have it on my hard drive and I go, cool, whatever. But like, dude, if you're doing it, just fucking do it, man.
Just fucking go for it. You never know. Somebody may really like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim. So before we go into our albums of the year, and for those just tuning in, we did our albums of the year different this year. We actually did 3. So it's the best metal, the best best metal or slash hardcore, the best metal slash hardcore or hardcore adjacent, and then the best non-metal slash hardcore. But before we get to that, we're gonna do near misses. So if we ranked our albums 1 to 15, this was the 11 to 15 slot where it was damn close, but it just didn't make it. Tim, what was your near misses? What were your near misses?
You want me to do all of them?
Yeah, go through them one at a time. Yeah.
All right. So Harm's Way with Common Suffering.
Dude, I forgot that album even came out.
Yeah, great record.
Yeah, it really is good though. Jesus, yeah, that's great.
Sanguisugabog, Homicidal Ecstasy.
Yeah. Okay.
Graphic Nature, A Mind Waiting to Die. Holy fuck. Great
Another
record.
band who put out a single this year that's really good. Shout out to Harvey. We had him on the show. Yeah, that Graphic Nature album was great.
Sleep Token, Take Me Back to Eden.
Yep.
And Incendiary, Change the Way You Think About Pain.
Okay. My near misses, Ashton, Humanity's Last Breath,
Okay.
which we talked about. Koyo, Would You Miss It? I thought that album was so fun. So fun. Again, we talked about it with Adam. You listen, you go back, you listen, you go back, you listen.
Yep.
Face Wreck, The Joke's on You.
Yeah. I remember
This
that
album
one, yeah.
is equal parts beatdown and new metal homage. I don't know what to make of it, but I fucking listened to it 1,000 times. Like I really have. Really, really fun. Night, we talked about this is Adam, Night versus Every Sound is a Color in the Valley of Night, part 1. Again, instrumental. This is post rock. I'm convinced this is coming back.
I'm surprised that wasn't in your top, actually.
No, my you'll know my top when you'll understand. And the number 11 slot was Meta World Peace by Soft Kill.
Okay.
Man, that album was so close to my top 10. It was so close. But I listened to some of the other stuff more.
Okay. Um,
All right.
so we're doing our top record of the year,
Yeah,
right?
so let's do top. So we've got 3. So you do one, I'll do one, and we'll just bounce back and forth.
See, I'm gonna have ones I already mentioned this because I was a little confused about this question and I should have asked you this.
Okay.
But my number one record of any genre of the year, and I'm so surprised you did not mention this band. I literally want to slap you through the screen right now. Is Cattle Decapitation with Terrorsight. God damn, that record's amazing. Incredible record. The best death metal band ever. The best death metal band doing it right now. They do no wrong. Amazing fucking record. Can't say enough about it.
It's great, but I just, for whatever reason, it didn't land for me.
Wow.
I really, so I've listened to it a handful of times. I liked it every time I listened to it. Thought the songs are great. I find Cattle Decap is one of those bands where they're a long listen where you'll find yourself, you love the first 3 songs, then you love the middle 4 songs, then you'll love the last 4 songs, and then you love the whole album. It's fantastic. It's talented. It just didn't stand out to me. It just didn't stand out.
I feel like I'm living in a dream world with you because I do. But listen, man, from Monolith to this record, them records are equally. They just get better and better. They are the best death metal band ever.
Yes, Monolith was great. What was right after that? The Anthropocene Extinction?
Yeah.
That was great. Death Atlas was okay.
Great record.
This was a return to form. This was more Anthropocene and Monolith. It's just
I'm very surprised at that, man. I literally could not believe you didn't name it.
Nah.
That's my album of the year.
Okay. So my neither hardcore nor metal pick, Sleep Token. Right.
Okay.
I that band sold out Radio City Music Hall in minutes. Tickets were going for $350 a pop face value. I think they're playing Red Rocks, and they're going to sell that out, and that is thousands of people in that amphitheater. I told Kim I might actually splurge, buy myself a ticket, and fly my ass out to Denver to go see it because that's an epic band and an epic venue. So I love Sleep Token. My hardcore pick was Incendiary. Change the way you think about Pain. Pain of Truth gave it a run for its money, but I thought this Incendiary album front to back was probably the most mature, and there was a solid level of quality that they established that they maintained through the whole album.
Yeah.
It didn't waver at all. It didn't go up or down. Like it was a monster album.
Yeah. Your 2 picks are mine as well. That Sleep Token record for Adjacent is amazing. They just do like, see, and it's weird because I was confused at this question. But if I have to go Adjacent wise, they didn't make my top, but that Sleep Token record is just on another level, dude.
What they're doing now, Spirit Box is going to do next year. Like they're going to go right through the fucking troposphere. So I will say, I will round it out. My metal pick of the year.
Is this your number 1 record?
I guess. Yeah, it probably is. Signs of the Swarm, Amongst the Low and Empty.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This album,
yeah.
I fucking love this album. I just got to see them live at Christmas Burns Red. They were amazing. They pull off all the shit that they do. Again, this goes back to my comment about deathcore is everybody's kind of feeling their own way and doing their own thing. It's starting to diversify, and their sound is technically talented, but man, what a fun listen.
Yeah.
And they're technically skilled. They're heavy as shit. There's breakdowns. There's mosh parts. And the fucking vocalist nails it. So yeah, this was my heavy album of the year. Like, holy shit.
So it's your album of the year, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised at that at all because I know you've talked about it a lot. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that record, but I put it into the category where, yeah, it's deathcore. It's good, but it just didn't make mine. But I totally agree with you. And my hardcore record is Incendiary. That record's perfect.
Yeah. It really is.
It was a near miss for me, but when I thought about it, if you went hardcore, that's my record for hardcore, Incendiary.
So now that we've done our lists, Tim, what is some of the stuff that didn't make either of our lists that you're kind of surprised? Off the top of your head, like what bands, we've been talking about this shit all year. What didn't make either list that you're kind of like, huh?
Why can't I think of the band? We talked about it. Frozen Soul, great record. When I
Yeah,
first heard it,
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, great record," but it didn't make it. For me, surprisingly, Dying Fetus. I love the record, just didn't make mine. There's just better records for me. Um, the Narrowhead record, great record. It just didn't make it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think anything else.
Neither one of us picked Crosses.
Dude, I forgot it came out.
Crosses. Neither one of us
Yeah.
picked Bayway. Neither one of us picked
I'll tell you why I didn't pick the Bayway. It only has like 3 new songs.
right. Some of them were on EPs and stuff. Yeah,
Most
no, I get
of them
it.
are
I get
already
it.
done. Yeah,
Neither
I
one of
love
us
it, though.
picked End.
I love that record, but it just didn't make it for me.
For me, Judiciary, I actually turned out to like in the second half of the year. I loved the Drain album in the second half of the year.
Wasn't Judiciary one of Dom's favorites?
I think so. Yeah. You know what? We got to go back and
Or
look at that
was
thread.
it one of Dan's favorites?
I think it was. So let me go back and look. Hold on.
While you're looking that up, we're going to talk about what to expect from the podcast in 2024. So I know
right.
that I know you basically can expect what we're doing, but we're going to add a couple little more elements to it. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that as well while he's looking that up.
So our buddy Dan, his top 10 in no particular order: Sanguisugabog, Judiciary, Bayway, End, Harm's Way, Pain of Truth, Incendiary, Frozen Soul, Sleep Token, Jesus Piece. That album was really, really good. I really liked it. Didn't make my
list.
top.
Yeah, it's a good list.
Dom's, our buddy Dom, his top 10 were another surprising pick. So Bayway, Sleep Token, Incendiary, Night Versus, Sanguisugabog. He just put in the bog ? Frozen Soul, Voynich Code, Pain of Truth, Jesus Piece, The Zenith Passage.
Wow.
Which is another great album that I've listened to it maybe 2 or 3 times, but there was just so much this year. I mean, there was, oh my God, I'm looking at the rest of my list. Devangelic, God is War put out an album. His stuff is great. Extermination, Dismemberment, Entheos did something. Cauldron, No Cure. No Cure album is great.
Yeah, it's great.
Right?
I totally forgot Employed to Serve put a record out.
Yep. Cranium, right? With the most amazing song titles in the year. So let me ask you this, Tim. So we've wrapped up 2023. Man, what a monster year. What are some of the things you're looking forward to in 2024?
All right, I have 13 things here. You ready?
Go for it.
I'll go for them real quick. The new Static X, can't wait for that. The new Project 86, Omni 2, can't wait for that.
Yeah, I always forget about that. We got to have him back on to talk sci-fi because that was a really fun chat. Yeah.
We're going to get him on when we talk about the new record. Number 3, Infected Rain. I love that band. I know they're like a corny band, but I love it. The new Darkest Hour coming out. I can't wait for that. The new Black Dahlia Murder. I'm interested to hear the new singer.
How Brian sounds on an album. Yeah.
Deftones. They always put a record out every 4 years. They're due in 2024. I fucking can't wait to hear Milo on a new Fear Factory track. Here's a question for you. Is Pantera putting out anything, or are they just doing shows?
No, I don't think they're just doing shows.
Okay. Orgy, I heard rumors they're getting a new record. I heard rumors about a new Limp Bizkit. Zeke put out a thing that his new record is going to do all 8 string. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
The new Loser record. God damn it. Put it out right now. Give it to me right now. And the new Drowner record, give it to me right now. I want it right now. Yeah. I'm looking forward to all that shit next year. Yeah. I'm sure next year we're going to get a plethora of shit, but they're the stuff that I'm really looking forward to.
Right. The stuff you're aware that we're going to get something that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm looking forward to the new Orthodox. I know they're going to the studio next year.
Oh, yeah. Orthodox. Yep. Yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah.
To the new Boundaries.
Yep.
That's coming next year. The new Cognitive album. Shout out to Rob Wharton.
Yeah.
That shit is fast as fuck. Like, good on him. I think it's going to be great. The new Canine album. They're a slam band from France. The new Vitriol in January, right? Like, so heavy.
They said it's going to be the heaviest record of 2024.
It's a good chance. If not for the next band, Skeletal Remains is doing something new next year.
Love it.
The new Kubla Khan.
Yeah.
He just came out of the studio. Trevor Something is doing an album in January. Putridity is doing a full length next year. Enterprise Earth is doing a full length next year. I have Drowner. The last two for me, 200 Stab Wounds. I know they were in the studio. I think the album is probably done. They just haven't set a date yet. And I think the new EP death metal stuff I've heard from Escuela Grind, like I'm really stoked for that because they have gotten, again, hitting the road shows, they have gotten insanely better.
Yeah, that single they put out's great.
Yes. And this is just the stuff I'm aware of. I know we're going to get all sorts of old goofy shit.
We might get a new Mudvayne.
You might get a new Mudvayne. I think we might get a new Loathe album.
Yeah, we might get a new Coal Chamber record.
Yeah, my God.
I mean, there's so much shit to look forward to. But
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Deftones putting out a record because I think that right now with with Ohms, I love Ohms. It was my record of the year last year, but like I just have this sinking feeling that they're gonna go back to like a Saturday Night Wrist, like self-titled era where they're just gonna put out something that's just scathing. You know what I mean? I just have that feeling about that right now.
Saturday Night Wrist is sickeningly underrated.
Yeah.
Sickeningly underrated as far as their catalog goes.
Yeah, I really think we're going to get a record that's just really going to go back and you're going to be like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. But
I think next year is going to be another great year for heavy music.
And I honestly think the new Fear Factory is going to be like demanufacture wise. I don't care what anyone says. I think Dino is going to be like, you know what? We have a new singer. Let me put out something that the fans are going to be like, yo.
Well, the last album was heading back that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think we're going to hear some obsolete demanufacture stuff. I think it's going to be real heavy, real deep. I think you're going to hear a lot of more ambient elements in it. I cannot fucking wait for that, man.
And not for nothing, Dino with the chip on his shoulder, he's got something to prove.
That's what I mean. I really think he's going to come out with he's going to come out punching, man. I really fucking can't wait for it, dude.
Yeah. Same. I think we're going to get some good shit next year. All right. So, everybody, we are not doing a playlist for this episode because it would take Tim and I fucking 8,000 years.
What I'm going to do though is I'm going to have you send me your favorite records and I'm going to put out a collage of them and I'm going to post them on the Instagram for you guys to check them out. I'll put up, the names, all the record covers so you can find them. We'll do that. But before we get out of here, let's talk about 2024, what we're going to do, what you're going to expect, and we'll get out of here from there. So me and Jay have talked. We're going to upgrade our webcams. You're going to see us in 4K soon.
God, that's terrifying. Yeah.
You're going to see our ugly faces in 4K soon. I think it's cool, though. I think we need to upgrade, and we need to really get serious about that. I think one thing that you can expect is we've been really, really slow with interviews. I think we're going to ramp that up. We're going to get, if you're listening to this, leave a voicemail. Who do you want to see us interview? Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Who should we interview? Also, we're going to do some more deep dives as well, but we're going to do bands that we like. We're not going to do bands in the new metal genre. If you've been paying attention, we've been doing, Manson stuff. Well, you're going to see that after this episode. We did Manson stuff, some 9 Inch Nails. We're going to do shit that we like. We're not let everybody else do the corns and shit. Not talking shit on anyone else. This is not a
zero-sum game. We don't need nobody else needs to fail for us to succeed. We're just doing our own little differentiated thing.
Yeah. I also think you're going to see a lot more, fun stuff that we've been thinking of that we should have done this year, but we just didn't have time. We didn't have the people to do it. But you're going to see more fun stuff. Like we need to do another Jeopardy episode. Don't get us wrong. The new metal isn't going away, but we need to be in our own lane right now because
if there's 10 podcasts all talking new metal, eventually you'll run out of stuff to talk about.
Exactly. We're going to go more into our own lane like we did this year. If you think about it, our first couple of years we did new metal. We're getting into our own lane, and I hope people like that because there's more genres out there, man. If you like a certain band in new metal, you probably like a certain band in metal.
There's a modern band that has some ties. Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think we're gonna so along with we're gonna try and get some interviews back in the rotation. And for those people that don't do their own podcast, lifting the kimono or opening the curtain, whatever. Interviews really are feast or famine. You'll have people come out of the woodwork and you'll do a bazillion for 3 months straight, and then you won't hear anything back from anybody.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it works. But you'll see interviews. You're going to see more deep dives to stuff that Tim and I like. We're going to do more of the what are we listening to this month? So this way, instead of getting walloped in a year-end list, you'll be able to keep up a little bit better with
You're going to get once.
You're going to
get once a month. You're going to get our albums a month. Yep.
And for us personally, I think we're going to keep doing those Billboard, top modern rock tracks. Tim and I have a lot of fun doing those. It forces us to go back and listen to a whole bunch of shit. So let me ask you this: call us, leave us a voicemail, send us a message. What years would you like to see? What was the year you were born? Was January of 2005. Send us dates, send us time frames where you're like, what was the big thing then? Tim and I will do some digging and find it out, because honestly, that's a way for us to not only re-experience the stuff that we enjoyed earlier in life, but it's a cool conversation to be like, to take that snapshot of this is what was going on at the moment, and knowing what came before it and what comes after it, you can kind of try and read some tea leaves into it.
Yeah. And the other thing I really want to do is, if you're a band listening, before you put a record out, let's talk about your record. Let's get the band on. Let's talk about the process.
Yes.
We did it with Orthodox. It was a fucking great time. But, I know Drowner's going to do it. But, if you're a band and we love you, come on the show. Let's talk about the record. Get the whole band on. Let's go through the record, because I think people really like that kind of stuff. We need to do more stuff where it's studio stuff. I know you don't really care about that shit, but I really think that branching out to that kind of stuff is the shit that people want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole workflow of records, the whole workflow of writing the record. I think people really enjoy that stuff, because I don't want to bring on a band and go, what's the record title?
Where did the title come from?
Yeah,
Where do you
I
get
don't
your
want to do
lyrics
that.
from? Yeah, no,
I don't want to ask that shit.
I think you're right. And we do want to thank, in all seriousness, we do want to thank the subscribers we have on YouTube. There's not a lot of you, but we appreciate every single one of you. The people who download our show religiously every week from Libsyn. I think I actually have to do this week's episode when we're done with this recording, because I was kind of remit. So whenever there's an episode not out at 12 o'clock on Wednesday, it's my fault.
Well, you were getting tattooed today. It's okay.
It's true. I should have thought about it beforehand. But yeah, we want to thank all of you that call in and with a voicemail, leave a comment on a post, send a message. We really, really do appreciate it. Tim and I, again, we're not looking to get rich and famous and retire off this, but it's nice to hear from people who just appreciate what we do. It makes it kind of fun.
Yeah, do us a favor. Share the episodes. Tell your friends. It helps, man. And like Jay said, we're not here to make money. We're here to have fun. We're here to fucking get music out there. It's all for the love of it, dude. We're going to continue we're going to continue reaction vids. We're going to do it all. But just tell your friends about it, man. Seriously, it'll help us out. We'll have more fun. Like I said, we'll never do a Patreon. Fuck that shit. I don't need you to pay me $5 a month. You know what? I don't need you to give me $5 a month so I can put your name in a fucking thank you list. I think that shit's corny as hell. Yeah. Save your money, put it towards something that helps you out. But listen, just fucking share the show, man. It takes 2 seconds, dude.
Please.
That's all I ask, man.
Yep. All right. New Breed Podcast at gmail.com. New Breed _podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. 267-297-4627 for our voicemails and text messages.
Yeah, man.
Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear more of, less of. Let us know what you thought of this list. Let us know if you have any other ideas of bands you think we should get on. Fuck it, send it over. We're always listening. So we want to thank you all once again for another great year, for tuning in, listening, watching, however you contribute, however you consume. And on behalf of Tim and I, thank you very much. And until next week, it's a New Breed Podcast saying cheers.
Also, before we cheers, leave reviews on iTunes.
Yes.
Apple,
yes, it helps. It definitely
Give us 5
helps.
stars. Also, if Reddit comes out with their best new metal podcast of the year, fucking vote us in, because you know you love us.
Yes.
We're out, man. Thank you again. Seriously, 2023 was awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun year, and more to come. Thanks, everybody.
Later.